How's it going, driver? You want to go for a ride? Let's go. We're going to do something a little weird today. But first, let's take a look at the truck. I spent several hours, many hours, several days working on it. Hey, look who's here. Mr. Bones is making an appearance. One big thing I had to do this week. I had to put a couple tires on the step deck, and I pulled the wheel off and had to put a new one back on. The old wheel over here is my little pile of junk and weeds. Right about there, when I pulled it off, I noticed it was cracked. And then I noticed it has a flat spot right there. So I must have hit something. No idea what. So, you know, a new tire and a new wheel later. Look at that. So we did an 18-wheel tire inspection this weekend on top of the 2 new tires. Also did a new air dryer filter cartridge and a new coolant cartridge. But that's what you got to do. Time to go to work.
My name is Jupiter. I drive a truck. I own the truck I drive, and that's why I called my company Jupiter Trucking. Join me, and I'll take you along on some of the different things I end up doing to make a buck with a truck.
So here's what's going on and why today's a little different than normal. I'm going to California. Now, if you've watched my channel for 5 minutes, you know that I'm not a fan of California, but at the same time, the California border is less than 75 miles from my front door. So eliminating all of that work really makes it a difficult choice sometimes. It's usually not too hard because Donner Summit is something that I don't really want to go over very often anyway, but I'm going today. And this week, I think there were only 2 loads to choose from, and they were both going down to Livermore, which is where I'm going. So I decided to take one. We are going to load a legal load, which means less than 54 feet, for Livermore, California, which is in the South Bay area, east of Stockton, west of Stockton, southwest of Sacramento, kind of that area. It's about 12:30. I had some things to do this morning, so I'm just getting over here to load, and we're going to take off and head over the hill and cross our fingers for a place to park. We'll figure something out. I'm not too worried about that. So this is it. We'll get this loaded and we'll go over Donner, or as they say around here, we'll go over the hill. The weather's great. It's beautiful. It's 100 degrees here, so there's no problems for that. It's just so busy. It is so busy everywhere anymore, and people just crash into each other. So I'm going to hope that we can avoid that. And hey, let's go earn a living. You got to do what you got to do. I have my morals. I believe in what I believe, but at the same time, I'm morally flexible. Here's our load. This is a pretty simple one. A legal load. It's 50 feet long, 49 and a half, something like that. Mr. Bones, he fit, he compressed, but he's still got a little flexibility in there. Hopefully it's a nice, easy trip. There shouldn't be any problems with anything. So let's go. I know that I give California a bunch of shit, and it's all well-deserved. But today, I'm actually grateful to have the work. And that takes care of that. Nice. The infamous Donner Summit. We've reached it. It's all downhill from here for 40 miles. Well, I'm only about 10 minutes from the job site, and I was talking with a friend earlier today who had been here. He said there's parking on site. Let's just hope that there's enough room. I found out that there are going to be 6 trucks coming to this job site tomorrow. And if there's not room, we're just going to have to wing it and drive around and find something. All right, we made it. That wasn't too bad of a drive at all today. Just visiting with the guys here for a little bit. They say it's kind of a busy road at night, but we'll see. Mr. Bones is stuck in a crack. He didn't go anywhere. That's it. We're done for the day. Okay, 5:45 in the morning. Let's go to work. Well, I've kind of worked myself into a hurry up and wait situation. I have a job to do tomorrow at home, and I'm unloaded here at this job site. It's 7 o'clock right now. I've been unloaded for about a half an hour, and I do not have something to do today for the rest of the day today, and I don't want to go home empty. So we'll just sit and wait. Made a few phone calls, but it's a little early for people to be answering the phone. One person on the East Coast answered the phone, but the load was already covered. We'll just have to be a little patient. We'll get something. Okay, we're out of here. I found a load. I did all the paperwork. Amy isn't in the office yet, so I took care of it here. I got the computer with me, got a laptop with me, and took care of the paperwork. This should work out well. It's not, the ink isn't dry yet. Things could still go wrong, but it seems like a good enough load to get home, and I think I've crossed all my T's and dotted all my I's and made the California broker happy, I hope. We'll see. We're going to head to Stockton and see how this goes. Well, I've been lucky enough to be going the right direction both times now. It looked like that this way last night. Well, I think we're all good to go. I've got the confirmation in the email. The load that I'm going to get is a load of 60-foot long rebar that picks up in Stockton and delivers to Sparks. I'm only about 20 miles from the pickup, and that should really be no problem for me to get back up into Sparks and deliver it this afternoon, which is the plan. Same day delivery. So that's where we're going to head next. Load some rebar. Yeah. Okay, I'm done. I am literally pouring sweat out of my brain. Mr. Bones is here off to the side. He's gonna see if he can wave to people I pass. 60 foot looks like this. 60 foot rebar looks like this. When we first set it on here, this was touching the ground, so I moved that leveler back. I've been here for 3 hours now, and I'm really not sure if I have lost my chance to unload this afternoon or not. I may have. It's about 11:40 right now. I don't know. We'll see. Fingers crossed once again. Great news, everybody. It turns out that the business I'm delivering to is open until 4, not 3 as I was initially told. With the delay this morning of 3 hours, and then with all the construction, I've been delayed another half an hour. So my ETA is now 3:30. I figured I'd give them a call, and she said, no, we're open until 4. So guess who's going home tonight? I thought I was going to have to sleep in the truck. Oh yeah, feels good to be back home. Bad news, everybody. The lady on the phone was wrong. I'm not getting unloaded tonight. The guy left 10 minutes ago. I live an hour away, and I'm not going to drive this home. Okay, well, here we are. Good morning. We're going to do this again. It's about 6:15. I just went around the corner and stayed the night last night. They're going to unload me right now. So that's good, because we have more adventures to do today. So now that that one's done, we're moving on to the next one. I have yet another job this week. This one is a power only move that is not the stage, but it is for the geothermal. It's for a geothermal plant out here, and they need a trailer moved from one plant to another. I haven't been to either one of these plants before, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to get there, or get to the turnoff to home, and then I'm going to drop my trailer, the step deck here. I'm going to leave it sit. Hopefully it'll be safe. Leave it sit for a couple hours while I bobtail out into the boonies. It's a good ways out there. And pick up this trailer, this drill trailer, whatever it is, and then take it to the next place, bobtail back, and pick up the step deck once again. So that's what today's going to be about, and it really is, it should only be a few hours, but it's one more thing to do, and then the 4th of July is at the end of this week, so we'll just be taking the rest of the week off. Nice to kind of get a couple small, close to home loads, fill in the gaps. Well, the next job I have just changed. I got a phone call maybe 15 minutes ago saying that the trailer I need to move is not in the location they told me it was. It's in another location about 100 miles away. So I just was able to charge them at this point whatever rate I wanted to charge them, and they took it happily. So I'm going to drop the trailer here, and this is about 45 minutes from my house. That's Highway 95 right there going towards Fallon, and this is Interstate 80 right here. And this spot that I am at is an old truck stop. I don't think it's been open since the 80s, but that used to be the slab for the building. And I'm actually dropping the trailer at the old fuel island. This place is called Trinity Junction, And if you've ever seen the movie Joyride, it was filmed all in around this area, northern Nevada, Winnemucca and Wells and Fallon and Hazen and stuff like that. And this location, looking a little bit different, was in that movie. I remember there used to be a building there. I don't know. Anyway, it's a place where people park a lot now. Trucks park for the night. So we'll go do this. From here, I'm going to bobtail past Winnemucca to the little town of Golconda. And there is a geothermal plant out there that has a rig of some kind. I don't really know what it is, but they need it moved to, it's called Imlay is the area where it's needs to go to. Out in the middle of nowhere. I think it's right off the freeway, luckily, but from point A to point B, we're going to move a trailer. I appear to have about 14 miles of dirt road. All right. Well, I wonder what I'm gonna get. Called it a mud cooler. It's sitting a little low. Yeah, it's a little low. Oh. Swimming pools. Oh, we have 2 turn signals. That's about all I need. This is a mud cooler, he called it. So they do geothermal drilling out here. I don't know if they're just drilling test wells or what, but as they drill, the mud that lubricates the bit and cools the bit gets so hot that it needs to run through one of these to cool it down. It gets up to 230, 250 degrees, he was saying. They can't handle it. They just need to cool it off. So they use a mud cooler. That's almost the extent of my geothermal knowledge right there. Don't ask me too many questions. And if I said something wrong, and this is Pumpernickel Valley. Let's do a quick walk around. Everything's rolling along really nicely, actually. Guess it is what it is. So this is the frontage road that we're on. You can see Interstate 80 there on the right. You can see the geothermal plant on the left. And this old road that we were on is actually part of the original US Highway 40 that traveled across Nevada, through Elko, through Battle Mountain, through Winnemucca, and on into Lovelock and Berkeley. This was not the Lincoln Highway. The Lincoln Highway followed what is mostly US 50 today, and this was the Victory Highway. A little interesting piece of road history there, road trivia. It's always good to be home. Not a bad week this week. Short, which is what we needed. Close to home, which is what we needed. It's a holiday week. 4th of July is day after tomorrow. So I'm going to be in the parade with pulling the youth baseball team. But tomorrow I get to go get the truck all washed and cleaned up, and I'll show you some of the video. I just like to support the community. Amy's really good at it, and we've sponsored so many different things over the years that the Jupiter Trucking name and logo and branding and image and all that is become, part of the town, which I think is pretty cool. I have one more thing that I want to tell you. This is kind of a big announcement in my little world, is that I finally have some merchandise available for sale. I'm excited to have this. We started off with a small batch, and we're just going to do hats for now. Later on, we'll do some shirts and some mugs and some sweatshirts and all that kind of stuff to whatever people might want. But we're just going to start it off with hats. You go to my website, which is, again, very bare bones minimalistic. I own my domain name, but I really haven't done any kind of web design. So we just slapped it on the homepage, jupitertrucking.com. If you go to jupitertrucking.com, you'll see the hats for sale. And we're just going to keep it small, keep it local, keep it in the community with friends. And that's kind of how I prefer to do things. So if you would like a hat, if you would like to see the colors and help support the small business that we are, go to jupitertrucking.com and check it out and see if you like it. I hope you do. Like I said, we'll have more stuff later, but for now, we're going to do hats. We're going to see how that goes, and we're going to start with that. Thanks again, and love all the comments, love all the support that you guys have shown. So thank you so much. Have a good weekend. Have a happy 4th of July. We'll see you on the next one.
In the meantime, keep the bugs off your glass and the bears off your ass. Catch you on the flip-flop.